Welcome to the Courtroom Chronicles. This channel is dedicated to educational content based on real-life cases and true events. This content shared here is drawn directly from the actual case file, and no names, places, or items have been changed. However, the content has been carefully summarized and presented for educational purposes in a comprehension format to inform, enlighten, and spark meaningful discussions. Whether you're here to learn, reflect, or simply understand the real-world scenarios better, you're in the right place. We believe in the power of truthful storytelling to educate and inspire. Disclaimer: while all stories are based on real cases, they are presented in a condensed and structured format for clarity and learning. Viewer discretion is advised where necessary. This case is cited from the Nigerian National Industrial Court online file, which is public record. A Battle for Justice, the story of Comrade Godwin Aturu versus NUPENG. In the quiet yet resolute halls of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria, within the Abuja Judicial Division, a case unfolded that would challenge notions of fairness, procedure, and leadership accountability. It was May 6, 2024, and Honor Justice Oyewumi was seated to hear the claims of a man who believed he had been wronged. That man was Comrade Godwin Aturu, a former zonal council chairman within the ranks of NUPENG, the Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers. With strong conviction, Comrade Aturu brought a case against his union, alleging that his termination had been wrongful, unjust, and without due process. The claims of a dismissed leader. Comrade Aturu approached the court not just with a sense of grievance, but with a detailed list of what he sought. 1. A declaration that his termination was wrongful and void. 2. An order for reinstatement to his former position. 3. Payment of arrears, all salaries and entitlements from January 2023 to the present. 4. General damages and the cost of the proceedings. He believed the union had trampled upon his rights and removed him without fair cause or lawful procedure. The defense from NUPENG, but NUPENG stood firm in its response. They argued that Comrade Aturu's disengagement was lawful, executed in accordance with due process and internal rules. Their defense highlighted several key points. Aturu had engaged in persistent insubordination and violated union rules. His continued stay as zonal council chairman was not approved. The union had followed internal mechanisms, including decisions made by the executive committee. The legal questions before the court. As the proceedings unfolded, 3 central legal issues emerged. 1. Did the removal and termination violate the union's constitution or the rules of natural justice? 2. Was due process followed in both suspending and terminating Comrade Aturu? 3. Was he legally entitled to reinstatement, arrears, and damages? The verdict: after a thorough review of submissions, the court delivered its judgment. The findings were clear. Comrade Aturu had not demonstrated that the termination process violated the NUPENG constitution or denied him natural justice. The court accepted that disciplinary steps had been properly taken and the claimant had received adequate warning. Ultimately, the evidence presented was not enough to support his requests, and so all reliefs sought by the claimant were dismissed. Why the claimant lost justice? Oyewumi detailed the reasons behind the court's decision. 1. Lack of evidence. Comrade Aturu did not provide credible proof to challenge the disciplinary process, or it was motivated by malice. 2. Proven misconduct. NUPENG presented convincing evidence of breaches of internal rules. 3. Proper procedure. The union had followed its constitutional disciplinary process, and this was not effectively rebutted. 4. No legal foundation for reliefs. The position held by the claimant was a union leadership role, not a conventional job. Thus, employment law did not support the kind of reliefs he sought. Lessons from the case. As with every courtroom drama, this story came with insights and lessons, legal and practical, on how the conflict could have been prevented. Internal remedies. First, if Comrade Aturu had exhausted NUPENG's internal appeals process, the matter may have been settled without litigation. Better documentation. Clear, written communication from both sides might have reduced ambiguity and strengthened their positions. Seek legal advice early. With timely legal counsel, the claimant may have better understood his standing or even avoided court entirely. Greater transparency. NUPENG was found to have followed due process, but more openness in their procedures could prevent future disputes. clear union rules, a well-defined and communicated union constitution, especially around leadership tenure and discipline, would help mitigate such conflicts. The curtain falls. In the end, NUPENG emerged victorious, not merely by winning the case, but by showing that structured discipline, when rightly followed, withstands legal scrutiny. For Comrade Aturu, it was a hard-fought loss, but one that provides valuable lessons for others navigating the complex intersection of union politics and employment law. Thanks so much for watching, fam. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below, and let me know what you think about the case. I love hearing your thoughts and feedback. And hey, if you felt a connection or learned something new, give this video a like and share it with someone who might enjoy it too. Until next time, stay safe, stay real, and I'll catch you in the next one.